علیکم ناظرین، میں ہوں آپ کی ہوسٹ ہنادی ندیم، اور آج جو میں آپ کے لیے پروگرام لے کر آئی ہوں، جو آج کی بات ود ہنادی کے ساتھ جو آج ہم ڈسکس کریں گے، وہ بہت انٹرسٹنگ چیزیں ہیں، بہت انٹرسٹنگ ایک نئی بات ہے جس میں ہماری کوشش یہ ہوگی کہ آپ کی جو ہیلتھ کے اوپر جو چیزیں ہیں، جو ایکسرسائز ہے، گڈ نیوٹریشن ہے، اچھا کھانا کیوں اتنا امپورٹنٹ ہے ہمارے لیے. جو آج کل جو اسٹریس آ رہا ہے ہمارے اوپر، اور آج کل جو جسے کہتے ہیں نا کہ ہر کوئی کہتا ہے کہ بھئی میں ویک محسوس کر رہا ہوں، میرے اندر وہ انرجی نہیں ہے، میں کھا بھی صحیح رہی ہوں لیکن میں انرجی فیل نہیں کر رہی، یا میں کچھ اور آرام بھی کر رہی ہوں لیکن میں تھکی ہوں، فٹیگڈ ہوں. کیوں ہمیں یہ باتیں ہم کیوں سوچتے ہیں، کیوں کرتے ہیں، کیوں ہمارے ساتھ ایسا ہوتا ہے؟ اور بہت ساری جگہوں پہ یہ ایون کئی دفعہ میں خود بھی فیل کرتی ہوں کہ بھئی میں نے آرام بھی کر لیا، میں نے کھانا بھی کھا لیا، 3 وقت کی کھانا بھی کھا لیا، لیکن سٹل میرے اندر وہ انرجی نہیں ہے، وہ طاقت نہیں ہے کہ میں سارا دن اس کو سسٹین کر سکوں. تو آج اس چیز کے بارے میں ہم پوچھیں گے، اس کے بارے میں ہمارے ساتھ ایک نیوٹریشنسٹ ہیں، سرٹیفائڈ جم انسٹرکٹر ہیں، جو ہمیں اس چیز کے بارے میں بتائیں گے، اور ہم بہت ساری اور چیزیں ہم ان سے سیکھیں گے. اس کے ساتھ ساتھ ناظرین، مجھے بہت خوشی ہے اور میں بہت اس چیز کو بہت آئی ایم ویری ہمبلڈ اینڈ آئی ایم تھینکفل ٹو یو گائز، آل آف یو، جو میری اتنی اچھی اور اچھے جو لوگ اور ناظرین آپ سارے جو دیکھ رہے ہیں پروگرام کو، آپ بہت اپریشیٹ کر رہے ہیں ہمارے پروگرام کو. اور ہمیں بہت ساری ای میلز بھی آئی ہیں، بہت سارے کمنٹس آئے ہیں، بہت ساری آپ کی اچھی فیڈ بیک آئی ہے. آئی ایم ریئلی تھینکفل ٹو آل آف یو فرام دا باٹم آف مائی ہارٹ کہ آپ اس ہمارے پروگرام کو اپریشیٹ کر رہے ہیں، آپ اس پروگرام کو دیکھ رہے ہیں اور آپ ہمیں فیڈ بیک دے رہے ہیں. ناظرین، ہمیں کچھ ای میلز موصول ہوئی ہیں، جن میں سے ایک ای میل میں آپ کے ساتھ شیئر کرنا چاہتی ہوں، میں پڑھنا چاہتی ہوں وہ ای میل آپ کے ساتھ، اور ڈیفینیٹلی آپ کو بھی اچھی لگے گی سن کے. تو یہ ہمیں ایک صاحب ہے ندیم صدیقی، جن کی ایک بک آ رہی ہے. انہوں نے ہمیں لکھا، میں آپ کو ای میل پڑھ کے سناتی ہوں. First of all, congratulations on producing a very fascinating TV program, Aaj Ki Baat, that I watched this evening. Encouraged by your message, I thought of dropping you a line about my current adventure. I have spent almost 2 years writing an inspiring book on success. It contains 12 chapters and has 204 pages. The book is being published in Lahore, Pakistan, and is expected to be released for sale by end of this week. اور ساتھ ہی انہوں نے اپنی بک کے بارے میں بھی ہمیں بتایا، جو کہ میں آپ کے ساتھ شیئر کرنا چاہتی ہوں کہ یہ بہت انسپائرنگ بک لگ رہی ہے مجھے بھی، اینڈ آئی ایم شیور آپ کو بھی لگے گی. پلیز جب بک آپ کو پتہ چلے، آپ کو مل رہی ہے، آپ اس کو لیں، خریدیں. ایسے جو ہمارے ینگ آتھرز ہیں جو کہ کچھ کرنا چاہتے ہیں کمیونٹی میں، سوسائٹی میں کوئی ڈفرینس پر، ان کو انکریج کریں. اور جو بک کا نام ہے وہ ہے سیٹ بیکس ٹو سکسیس. بہت ہی اچھا نام ہے. واقعی ایسے ہی ہوتا ہے، زندگی میں بھی ایسے ہی ہوتا ہے. سیٹ بیک ہمیں بہت سارے وزڈم سکھا کے جاتے ہیں، بہت ساری ہمارے ڈفرینٹ ایکسپیرینس ہوتے ہیں جن سے ہم سیکھتے ہیں. تو یہ ندیم صدیقی صاحب لکھتے ہیں، وائی فیلئر از امپورٹنٹ. فیلئر از لائف's greatest teacher. Failure is a temporary setback and not a permanent destination. You can't succeed if you quit, so don't be a quitter. Be a failure instead. کتنے مزے کی بات ہے. Don't be a quitter, be a failure instead. کیوں؟ وجہ کیا ہے؟ Because we learn from our failure. They give us knowledge, they give us wisdom. اگر ہر چیز اچھی جا رہی ہو تو ہم تو پھر وہی بن جاتے ہیں نا کہ جی ہمیں کچھ ایکسپیرینس نہیں ہوتا لائف کا، کچھ سیٹ بیک نہیں ہوتا، کچھ سمجھ نہیں آتی، ہم بس چل رہے ہیں، ایک روٹین میں چل رہے ہیں. لیکن جب ہم فیلئر ایکسپیرینس کرتے ہیں تو پھر ہمیں پتہ چلتا ہے کہ کس ڈائریکشن میں ہمیں جانا ہے. پھر انہوں نے لکھا، دیر از نو سبسٹیٹیوٹ فار ہارڈ ورک. اٹ از دا مین انگریڈینٹ آف آل فارمز آف سکسیس اینڈ کانٹ بی ریپلیسڈ. سکسیس از اے وہیکل دیٹ مووز آن اے وہیل کالڈ ہارڈ ورک. نیور ڈریم سکسیس, ورک ہارڈ فار اٹ. یو کانٹ کلائمب دا لیڈر آف سکسیس ود ہینڈز ان یور پاکٹس. سکسیس کے بارے میں انہوں نے لکھا، ویژولائز اینڈ اپریشیٹ دا سائنس آف سکسیس. It's a morale booster and a green light to do more. To succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your failure. Success is getting up every time you fall. Failure is refusing to get up at all. I love this line. I love this line. Success is getting up every time you fall. Failure is refusing to get up at all. हर दफ़ा हम जब गिरते हैं, we have to get up. We have to move. We have to get up and move again. This is very important. किसी की ज़िंदगी ऐसी नहीं है कि उसको स्मूथली, वो जैसे कहते हैं सोने का चमचा मुंह में डाल के हम चल रहे हैं, ऐसी ज़िंदगी किसी की भी नहीं होती. लेकिन सक्सेसफुल कौन है? जो गिर के उठना सीखे और गिर के दोबारा से चलना सीखे. The mindset of successful person is self-descriptive, absolute positive, and contains a high level of tolerance. While most people are looking for ways to take, successful people find ways to give. फिर उन्होंने लिखा, the road to success is not crowded, so there is less competition there. Poverty of mind is a mental sickness, and that's hard to cure. Talent creates opportunities, but hard work creates talent and opportunities. तो नाज़रीन, ये एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत, बहुत ही नॉलेजेबल, बहुत ही इंफॉर्मेटिव बुक लग रही है. तो इंशाल्लाह जब ये मार्केट में आएगी तो मेरी आप लोगों से भी रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप जाएं, ख़रीदें, उनको इनकरेज करें. एंड वी आर थैंकफुल टू नदीम सिद्दीकी जिन्होंने इतना इस काबिल हमें समझा, उन्होंने हमें कांटेक्ट किया और अपनी बुक के बारे में हमें बताया. और आप सबसे भी मेरी यही रिक्वेस्ट है नाज़रीन कि अगर आप लोगों ने कोई चीज़ शेयर करनी है, आपने कम्युनिटी से कोई चीज़ शेयर करनी है, कोई बात शेयर करनी है, किसी चीज़ की इन्फॉर्मेशन आप देना चाहते हैं, हमें ईमेल लिखते रहिएगा, हम आपकी ईमेल ज़रूर शेयर करेंगे और अपने नेक्स्ट प्रोग्राम में हम और ईमेल्स भी आपके साथ शेयर करेंगे. तो नाज़रीन चलते हैं हम अपने टॉपिक की तरफ, जिसमें हमने आपसे ज़िक्र किया था कि हम आपको न्यूट्रिशन, गुड हेल्थ, एक्सरसाइज और इन चीज़ों के बारे में बताएंगे जिसमें आपको भागना है, दौड़ना है, फिट रहना है. और बहुत सारे जो मिसकंसेप्शन है हमारे कि अगर हम ये खा लेंगे तो हम मोटे हो जाएंगे, या ये खा लेंगे या फाके कर लेंगे तो हम पतले हो जाएंगे. ऐसी बात नहीं है. चीज़ें बहुत इससे आगे हैं. तो इंशाल्लाह वो सब कुछ हम आपसे शेयर करेंगे. आपके भी क्वेश्चंस हो हमें आप लिखिए, हमारे साथ शेयर कीजिए. तो चलें हम चलते हैं हमारे जो हैं सर्टिफाइड जिम इंस्ट्रक्टर हैं और हमारे जो न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट हैं ग्रेग ब्राउन की तरफ. हमारे जो सर्टिफाइड न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट हैं उनसे हम बातें करते हैं कि अच्छी हेल्थ के लिए हमें क्या करना है, व्हाट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट, व्हाट वी हैव टू लीव एंड what we have to do. Let's talk to Mr. Greg Brown.
Well, thanks for having me today, Hanadi. I'm blessed to be here. So glad to bring fitness and the knowledge of fitness to other people.
Thank you, Mr. Greg, for coming to our show.
Absolutely. Yeah, I couldn't be doing justice if I didn't tell you my journey. Everybody thinks...
Yeah, please share it with us.
Everybody assumes everybody's always healthy. But all of us... Every one of us out there have had a time through our lives where we weren't quite as healthy as we liked, or we put through family and business and jobs, we put ourselves on the back burner. And when that happens, bad things happen to you and to your body physically and mentally. My story a little bit is I was grossly overweight, obese, clinically obese at 50 years old. Doctor told me I was a heart attack waiting to happen.
Oh.
I spent 30 years in the restaurant business, serving bad alcohol and bad food to people, and consuming a lot of it myself. So I came to a crossroads in my life at 50 where a doctor told me I probably wouldn't see 60 if I didn't make some lifestyle changes.
Oh.
And having 2 children and a wife and a lot of things that depended on me, I was at the crossroads where I had to make a decision that either I was selfishly let myself go or change what I was doing that wasn't working for me. And that's when I decided to start my exercise journey. I've been an athlete throughout my life and always in shape. Never thought of being out of shape until one day I woke up and looked in the mirror and said, when did this happen to me?
So what happened, Mr. Greg? You were an athlete and you were in sports. So what happened? Then you joined some restaurant business, or what did you do?
I started
that you
working. I started having children. I started having a family, and with
Okay.
that comes the priorities now aren't about you. The
Okay.
priorities now are about your significant other and your children.
Right.
Making sure they have security, food on the table, insurance, and somewhere along the line, a lot of people, men and women.
So you joined the restaurant, right? And I mean, what did your job required you
Well,
to
I was
do
in the
what?
restaurant business,
The
yes.
restaurant
After I
business,
finished playing
okay.
football, I got into the restaurant business
Okay.
and ate myself up to about 287 pounds.
Oh
if you
my
can
God,
believe that.
really? I can't believe that looking at you right now.
Well, it
Right.
was something that I had to change, and I did it in my garage, which is what we'll discuss. You don't have to join a gym. You don't have to spend lots of money on trainers or anything
Right.
like that. If you have the will and the desire to change, you can do
You
that
can do
because that
that.
really comes from within.
Right.
No trainer, no fancy gym can make you be something that you truly don't
Right.
want to be, like you mentioned earlier about
Right.
living life to its fullest.
Right.
I wasn't, but I thought I was. Once I made the lifestyle change and came over from the dark side, so to speak, changing my diet, beginning to exercise.
Right.
And not only for me, but my children. We changed as a family. We went from drinking soda.
Right.
My kids went from eating mac and cheese and all the things kids like to
Right.
eat, pizza. And I was contributing to their unhealthy lifestyle. And they didn't know it and we didn't know it. This is just what we knew.
Okay.
We have now some of the worst cases of adolescent diabetes in the country, and they're in this particular reason. We're the most sophisticated countries medically, but we're kind of lost when it comes to how we treat our children. And if
Exactly.
you understand how children become addicted in
Right.
vitrally
Right.
through the fruit
I
of
know,
the
and sugar, especially the sugar chocolates and sugary cereals and something and more stuff like that, sodas and all
Exactly.
this
If the expectant mother is eating lots of sugar during their cravings,
Right.
that baby is assimilating all that sugar. So that baby
Right.
already comes out with a tremendous amount of glycogen and sugar in his system. Then we go to sugary cereals when they grow up
Right.
and all the things kids like to eat. And now by the time they're 12 and 13, we have a real
Right.
epidemic of childhood adolescent diabetes in this country.
So you tell me, Mr. Gray, what was your age when you really seriously thought about changing your eating habits, start doing the exercise? What really motivated you, and what was the age when you found that when you did that transition?
I was 50 years old, about which is not midlife anymore, because now
Right.
60 or 70 is the new midlife, we're
Right,
hoping.
right.
But I made a change because I got a real scare. My cholesterol, my triglycerides, all my blood work was pretty much evident of a heart attack waiting to happen.
Oh my God.
And that scared me skinny, so to speak.
Right.
I decided at that point that actually it was my wife who kind of knocked me upside the head and said, "You can't die on us. We depend too much on you. You're the glue that keeps us together."
Right.
And so I really hadn't thought about it that way. And once I really realized the importance of her words, I knew I had to make a lifestyle change, not a diet, not something that I was going to get on and off of when I
Right.
lost the weight. But I truly had to change my thought process on food, my relationship with food,
Right.
and start exercising. And I found my way back initially. What we're going to talk about today, you don't have to go to a gym to get healthy. You
Right.
don't have to. What we're going to show you, demonstrate today,
Yes.
is that you can do these things in your living room,
Right.
and a place in your house, in your backyard.
Right. So, I mean, that's how motivating, how inspiring that at the age of 50, you decided to change, because you knew at that time if you don't change yourself, this is going to be fatal for you, right? And not good
Absolutely.
for your family.
Absolutely. And as I became more healthy, I knew I walked away from a six-figure job in the food industry because now I knew I had found my calling, and that was to pay it forward. I had found this path that helped me in my life and my lifestyle, and now I knew I had to go out and spread the word
Right.
as an apostle, saving as many lives, and that's what I've done the last 18 years, is try to pay it forward,
Right.
and that's what I ask my clients to do is, if I teach you something and don't charge you, just tell somebody else. Spread the word
How
throughout
nice,
the land.
how nice, how wonderful, Mr. Greg. That's so nice of you. that you learned something, you have your experience of life with you, and you want to share it with others to help them, right? Improve their health, improve their lifestyle, improve their, to live a long and healthy life.
That is it. It's
How
really
beautiful.
Had I known I was going to live this long, I probably would have taken better care of myself back in those days. But I can't go back and change the hands of time. That's why I named my company Body Clock Fitness, because of the thought of turning the hands of time back. We can't go back to when we're 30, but we can go back and get reclaim some of those years that we wasted by unhealthy living.
Right. That's beautiful. I mean, you shared, it's such an inspiring story, Mr. Greg. नाज़रीन, आपने देखा कि मिस्टर ग्रेग ब्राउन ने अभी जो हमारे साथ शेयर की है अपनी इतनी इंस्पायरिंग स्टोरी कि एट द एज ऑफ 50 ही डिसाइडेड टू चेंज हिज लाइफस्टाइल. उसकी वजह क्या थी? उसकी वजह थी बिकॉज ही केम टू नो कि उनका कोलेस्ट्रॉल लेवल हाई था, उनका जो है डायबिटीज़ उनके होने वाली थी या डायबिटीज़ हो चुकी थी, और हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम, हार्ट प्रॉब्लम, बहुत सारी चीज़ें थी विच ही न्यू दैट ही इज़ गोइंग टू फेस इफ़ ही डिड नॉट चेंज हिज लाइफस्टाइल. एक नाजरीन, इसके साथ ही एक ब्रेक लेते हैं, कहीं मत जाइएगा, वी विल बी राइट बैक. Mr. Greg, you tell us that why good diet is so important for healthy living.
Actually, Hanadi, there's a three-pronged approach to exercise. Of course, a good exercise program, a good cardio program, and a good diet program. What each individual has to do is find out what their triggers are, what causes them to overeat. We all know people gain weight by excessive amounts of food unless they have an issue, a medical issue. But we need to know what causes them to stress eat. Some people eat emotionally. Some people are hunger-driven. Some people are social-driven. They go to restaurants and eat. They want to eat socially.
Right.
But either way, an excessive amount of the wrong kind of calories will all add up, hence how I got as big as I did by drinking excessive amounts of alcohol and starches. And so we try to promote a balance of all foods, not excessive amounts of protein, not excessive amounts of carbohydrates, especially starchy ones, which convert to sugar, which will drive your glycemic index up and your blood sugar. So vegetables are always a great asset to your body. It's fiber. It fills up your stomach. It keeps you full much longer. Good fats. I think we were on to something years ago, but we just had the wrong kind of bad fat. And now we know that coconut oils and avocados and nuts are excellent source of good fats for you. And your body needs a combination of three. And what you need to do is find out, everybody's body is different. Your body is, you own the only body like that in the whole world. Nobody has a duplicate. So what you have to find out is what works for this particular body. And that's what I do. We try to tailor diets to your exercise level, your movement level. If you're an excessive exerciser and you burn a lot of calories, you'll need more calories. If you're relatively sedentary, the people that are probably the heaviest, they don't move their body, they probably need the least amount of calories, and they probably eat the most amount of calories, unfortunately.
Right, that happens when you're sitting and doing nothing, then you only think about, like me, I think about, okay, now what's next I'm going to eat?
It's called boredom eating, and if you're always busy, you barely have time to eat,
and think about it, right.
Exactly.
Right. So what do you think that, why do you think that starches are not good?
Well, I don't want to say that starches aren't good. I want to say that certain particular ones. And
like
now
what,
that we
like
know
what?
about gluten, and the adverse reaction that a lot of people have to grains, a lot of excessive amounts of grains, and that's what we worry about. Irritable bowel syndrome, GERD. Those are illnesses that usually come with excessive amounts of starchy carbohydrates. Vegetables, I tell my clients,
Right.
eat as much as you want. You
Right.
can't get fat from eating vegetables, all right?
Right.
Protein in moderation. A lot of younger guys think that it's all about protein,
Right.
but that puts a lot of stress on your body also processing that exceptional amount of protein. So we like to look for a balance, find something that doesn't cause gastric problems.
Okay.
You know, why eat something that causes you gas and bloat and keep eating it day after day and be miserable if you haven't figured out that during the course of your life you can develop a food allergy overnight. So you could eat something yesterday and have no problem, and wake up today and eat that same thing, get a cold sore, or gassy and bloated, or water retentive. So you really have to watch what you're doing, watch your labels. What's the first or second thing in your label, nutritional label?
Okay.
Most people just look at the calories, they're worried of the
Right.
calories.
Right.
But if you look at the values underneath what's in your product, the things that are the best for you should be listed 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
If you're eating something that's supposed to be healthy, and it's a sugar or a water number 1 or number 2, that's not a good thing.
So
'cause
what
means
does that mean?
that means that the highest majority of that product is water or sugar.
Okay.
And that should be somewhere down the bottom in minute amounts. So
Okay.
when you look at a sugar label, I always teach my clients, take that number, whether it's supposed to be a healthy protein bar like
Okay.
they tell you. If
Right.
it tastes like a Snickers, it's probably not a healthy protein bar.
Right.
But you take the number of sugar, the amount of sugar in it, and you divide it by 4. So for example, if you picked up a protein bar and it had 28 grams of sugar or something, and you divide it by 4, that would be the equivalent of 7 teaspoons of
Okay.
white table sugar. Now you wouldn't sit down at the table with a sugar shaker and a teaspoon and eat 7 of those, but that's exactly what you're doing.
Okay. So just to make things easy and simple, I want to ask you that how much sugar is in one can of Coke?
About 67,
67?
yes. And it's
Spoon?
actually corn fructose syrup, which is much worse on your body.
Are you sure
Yeah.
it's 67?
Well, you could drink diet, but we know that diet is not any better because the chemicals that take out the sugar
Right.
trigger your brain to have different kind of cravings.
Oh, okay.
So diet isn't good for you. Of course, full octane sugar. And if you take somebody who drinks 4, 5, 6, 7 sodas a day,
So
like
what they
I
are
used to do,
doing-
like I used to do, you know, you can imagine how
So
much.
they are taking in 200 teaspoon of sugar
Yes.
with 4 cans, almost more than 200?
Exactly. And your pancreas it has to create insulin
Right.
to bring all that sugar back down to a normal, and excessive amounts eventually, as any doctor will tell you, will wear out your pancreas. It can't keep up with the insulin. And
Right.
finally it just quits. It just gives up because
Right.
you're taking more carbs, starchy carbs and things that
And you
create
start
glycogen.
suffering from diabetes, right? So
Well, yeah,
what
you
happens?
will get
Right.
type 2 diabetes
Type
if you don't change your levels, I mean,
Okay.
and neuropathy, a lot of things come along. But
Right.
everything like that, blood pressure, can be fixed with
Right.
simple health and nutrition.
Diet,
It doesn't. Most people opt, gee,
Right.
can I take a pill instead of
Right.
exercising? Give me the pill. I'd rather
Right.
not have to go out and exercise and get all sweaty
Exactly.
if I can just take a pill and make me right.
Right.
But that's a false placebo because
Right.
you really aren't fooling anybody. You have good blood pressure
Right.
because you're on a pill.
Right.
What would your blood pressure be? So
Right.
it kind of leaves people in a false sense of security.
Okay.
I always ask my clients, are you on a beta blocker? Are
Right.
you on something that controls your blood pressure? Because
Right.
when I check your blood pressure and it's safe, it may not be safe. It only may be safe because you're taking a pill.
right.
But with weight loss and proper nutrition,
Uh-huh.
that can all go away. You can get rid of all your medications.
Right.
There's no need to be slave to medication in
So,
your life.
Mr. Greg, what I can see that with exercise not only and good nutrition, not only we can improve our health, but we can also cure some diseases like maybe high blood pressure and sugar, diabetes, and maybe some pains. And what do you think? I mean,
Well, all of those things, the starches, bad starches, create inflammation in the body.
right. okay.
And those create what we call free radicals.
Okay.
And free radicals are really bad for your body. They attack the lining of your arteries.
Right.
Sugar doesn't cause cancer. People think that does.
Okay.
But cancer likes sugar.
right. Okay.
Forms of cancer like
Okay.
harvest on sugar.
okay.
So that's a good way to keep that out of your diet.
Right.
But you need to have a balance.
But we need some little bit sugar, otherwise we can experience hypoglycemia or maybe some other. I mean, little bit sugar is important, no? Don't you think so? Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
an apple. Don't get me wrong. If you
Okay.
want fruit, a couple pieces of fruit a day,
Sweet craving we have.
yeah,
we
you
all
can
have.
get it from fruit, natural
Okay.
occurring
Okay.
fructose versus anything that's got sugar and then adding more sugar.
Okay.
You know, and people get confused of when they look at labels of sugar alcohols. And
Right.
sugar alcohols don't spike your glycemic index and make your blood sugar goes up. So those are relatively safe,
Right.
and you can take those out when you start looking at your labels.
Right.
You don't have to add alcohol sugars in because they don't affect your blood sugar.
Oh, okay, okay. So can you please tell the audience a little bit about their diet plan? What they should eat in the morning and then lunch time and dinner time? How should it go? Because
Well-
there's so many theories. Sometimes they say we read. I mean, it comes that the breakfast have to be heaviest. Sometimes they say no, just do the light breakfast or don't eat anything at night. I mean, there's so many things going on.
Well, again, that goes back to what we mentioned earlier. That's all a preference based on what your body needs are.
Okay.
You know, I'm not big on waking up from a fasting state of rest and then making my body go to work overtime to a bunch of processed, a bunch of eggs and toast and all that kind of stuff. But everybody has to find what it takes to fuel them for their activity level. If you exercise in the morning, you may want a little fuel, a grapefruit, a banana, something to get you through your fuel for your
So
exercise.
starting a day with fruit is a good idea, right? A
Yeah,
banana,
because you'll burn that off.
apple.
Yeah, you'll burn that off for energy long before it will ever store as
But
fat.
isn't that too little? Just a fruit, a banana, or apple?
Well, again, it goes back to your weight. If you're 110 pounds, it doesn't require that much food for you to be full.
Okay.
If you're 310 pounds, those are the people that should probably eat the least and let their body eat the fat off them. And unfortunately, they're the ones that have the big breakfast with all the meats and all that because they have a larger appetite. And remember, our stomachs are the same size. They're both this size. But over years and years of overeating, we stretch our stomach into this size, so it requires twice as much
Yes.
food now.
But we
to
need
get you full.
energy. With that, we do need energy.
Yeah, fuel
right?
is your,
So
your
fuel
energy, but you
we
choose
need.
your fuels differently. You could have a good healthy bowl of cereal,
Okay.
but you got to read the label first. You can't have the
Or
sugary
some
cereal.
chicken or
Yeah,
egg or
always
something for
protein.
breakfast, right.
Protein. Just don't get so bogged down. Eat so
Okay.
much that you feel like going to taking a nap when you just wake up. And
Don't
that's-
eat parathas. That you mean that with the oily bread and all that?
Oh yes, one of my favorite. But I would eat that before a workout. I
Okay.
would take that and utilize it for fuel.
Okay.
Go to the gym and burn it off, and then it would be
Okay.
gone.
Okay.
It's, you eat that at 9, 8 o'clock at night.
Right.
And you go to the couch.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't. It creates fuel, but then
Okay.
it tells your brain, well, you're not going to exercise. So what am I supposed to do with this extra energy I have?
Right.
I'll go here and store it for a rainy day.
Right.
And we do that enough times. It's getting bigger and
Right.
bigger rain stores. You know.
Okay. So that's what you think is, I mean,
Water is very important too. That's
Okay.
something I want to touch on.
Uh-huh.
Hydration.
Okay.
To flush out the toxins out of your body. If I can't drink that much water, I'd be in the restroom all day long. Your body will adapt to the water intake. When you first start drinking at least 100 ounces a day, oh my God, everybody, minimum of 100 ounces. That's really not over a period of a day.
Okay.
That's 10 little 10-ounce glasses of water an hour. And that's really not excessive.
Okay.
But you need that if you exercise because you break fat down during your exercise. You want to be able to void that out of your body.
Okay.
Otherwise, it'll reattach somewhere else in your body. So you want to
so
stay
drinking
hydrated.
drinking more water is good for our body.
You want to
right?
hydrate your body prior
Okay.
to exercise. If you wait until your brain tells you, go get a drink of water, it's too late. You're already dehydrated.
Really?
You have to be ahead of that. If you wait, you go, God, I'm not thirsty, but it makes you go, it's too late. Your body's telling you past being dehydration.
Okay. Oh, okay. So we have to keep drinking water. That is very
Small
important.
portions,
right.
yeah. But there's an
Maybe
excessive
small
amount you don't want
portions.
to,
Okay.
you can drink too much, you get renal failure, things like that. So 100 ounces is pretty good. If you're a bigger guy, you sweat a lot, it really depends on your expenditure, you might need a gallon a day.
Okay. So, Mr. Greg, you tell us that mostly we think that when we eat less, we are burning calories and we are losing weight. And when we eat more, we are gaining weight. But I was reading somewhere that even that that's a misconception. Eating more right kind of food, of course, the right amount of food, the right kind of food, not very greasy, not full of sugar, right kind of proteins, or maybe right right amount and right kind of food is more important, and we burn calories and we lose weight faster than if we don't eat anything or we starve ourselves.
Yes, yes. Starvation diets don't work. I mean, because your body's metabolic fire, think of your stomach as a fire that needs a log thrown onto it to keep the fire burning.
Okay.
As long as you continue, we call it grazing or snacks, which means if you have a good breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then if you go too long without food, your body doesn't know why.
Right.
It just knows it's not getting any food. So it stops, your metabolism stops
really?
burning calories.
Okay.
But if you can take a snack, an apple in between,
Right.
a granola, something relatively healthy, your body senses that, okay, it's not trying to starve me, I'll continue to burn calories. And that's why we call it grazing all day long, because we don't want to have 5 or 6 full-size dinner meals.
Right.
We want to have small little snacks, a piece of string cheese, something, a piece of turkey, something rolled up, something light that you can just throw in your mouth, and be done, because not everybody can sit. If you have a busy household, nobody can sit down and have 6 or 7 meals a day when they have children running around and jobs and bosses to answer to.
Right.
So you try to celery sticks, carrot sticks, things like that. There's enough low fat.
Okay, so we have to keep, what you are saying is that we have to keep eating whole day, but a right amount and the right type of food, right?
Yes, and that's determined by what we call your BMR, your basal metabolic rate. And that is how many calories your body requires just to live. Which means if you sat in your chair all day or laid in bed and didn't do anything, your body, your kidneys, your liver, heart and functions, it would require X amount of calories. That becomes your working number. Now, if you want to lose weight, you take away from that number. If you're thin and you want to gain weight, you would add to that number. So that's your basic number that you need for basic living, just to suffice on this planet. Now, if you're an active person, you're probably going to require a little more if you do a lot of exercise. If you're inactive, you can go with less calories because you're not burning any. It's a bank account. You deposit your calories, you eat, and you take them back out.
You have to earn that, right?
You have to earn
So from that, I will take it to the next level, and that is exercise, right? Why exercise is so important. Why we have to keep moving, and the right kind of exercise is so important. But we will talk that in the other segment, Mr. Greg. We are going towards a short break. तो नाजरीन, आपने न्यूट्रिशन के बारे में तो सुना. अब मिस्टर ग्रेग, इनकी इतनी नॉलेज है कि आई थिंक ये जो थोड़ा सा टाइम इन्होंने हमें दिया है, दिस इज़ टू शॉर्ट, दिस इज़ टू लेस. हमें इस चीज़ को एक्सपेंड करना है, हमें इस चीज़ के बारे में सीखना है, हमें इस चीज़ के बारे में लर्न करना है कि हमारी हेल्थ के लिए क्या चीज़ है. अब आपने देखा है कि कितनी बीमारियां छोटी एज से ही बच्चों को बीमारियां हो जाती हैं, हमें हो जाती हैं. जैसे अब जो पहले तो कहते थे कि जी एक सर्टेन एज है, इस पे जाके आपको खुदा ना खास्ता हार्ट अटैक हो गया या हार्ट प्रॉब्लम हो गई या कुछ और हो गया. लेकिन अब तो छोटी एज से ही हम देखते हैं कि ये चीज़ें बहुत कॉमन होती जा रही हैं, और इसकी एक बहुत बड़ी वजह डाइट है. हमारे जो स्ट्रेस है, डाइट, स्ट्रेस एंड लैक ऑफ एक्सरसाइज. जो हम बैठे रहते हैं साहब कंप्यूटर के सामने अपने सेल फोनों के ऊपर, और हम हिलते नहीं हैं, हम एक्सरसाइज नहीं करते. अगले सेगमेंट में हम आपको बताएंगे कि एक्सरसाइज, हम कौन सी एक्सरसाइज घर में रहते हुए कौन सी एक्सरसाइज कर सकते हैं. हमें हर एक के पास जिम की फैसिलिटी अवेलेबल नहीं है, हमें सारा वक्त जिम में होना भी ज़रूरी नहीं, हमारे पास टाइम नहीं है, हम ऑफिस में, हम मे बी हाउस वाइफ, जो भी, मतलब हम बिज़ी स्केजूल है हमारा, तो उसमें हम ये सब कुछ अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते. अगर तो हम अपने घर में बैठे हुए किस तरह आसान तरीके से एक्सरसाइज कर सकते हैं. नाजरीन, एक ब्रेक लेनी है हमने, कहीं मत जाइएगा. वी विल बी राइट बैक. नाजरीन, हमारे साथ मिस्टर ग्रेग है, अब वो हमें बताएंगे, थोड़ी सी हमने उनसे न्यूट्रिशन के बारे में बातें की, अब हम एक्सरसाइज के बारे में बात करेंगे और वो हमें डेमोन्स्ट्रेट करके बताएंगे। उनके साथ लेक्सस हैं। आई एम थैंकफुल टू लेक्सस फॉर कमिंग ओवर हियर एंड जॉइनिंग आवर शो। इसके साथ ही वो हमें मिस्टर ग्रेग बताएंगे कि एक्सरसाइज क्यों इंपॉर्टेंट है और छोटी छोटी एक्सरसाइजेज जो हम अपने घर में कर सकते हैं। हमारे पास कई दफ़ा फैसिलिटी नहीं होती या टाइम नहीं होता कि हम जिम जाएं या कहीं और जाके एक्सरसाइज करें, तो हम अपने घर में भी ये आसान एक्सरसाइजेज कर सकते हैं। So thank you, Mr. Greg, for telling us about the nutrition. We learned a lot about this, but inshallah, definitely in future, we will keep learning, keep talking to you about nutrition. So you tell us something about exercise, and I know I can see that you have Lexus with us who is going to demonstrate the exercise.
Yes, first thing we want to do is make sure that you are always safe with your exercise. Make sure your doctor approves. For those of you that have any illnesses or ailments or injuries or coming back from any surgeries, make sure your doctor approves of an exercise program. Next, you want to start slow. Don't, that weight didn't get on you overnight. It's not going to come off overnight. So know that this is a marathon, not a sprint. It's going to be a long term, but if you stick with it, you will have success. So remember, start with baby steps. Walk to the end of the street and back. Pretend like you're jumping rope. We'll be demonstrating some exercises today. It shouldn't be too difficult for you. We are going to implement some light weights and some bands, but you can do it to your own level of expertise and of health. So for some of you that have been exercising already, some of these things will be easy for you. For those just looking in today and beginning their program, this should be just enough to get you started. In future episodes, we will let you know, give you a little bit more and challenge you a little bit more, okay? The first thing we're going to do is should demonstrate a good old-fashioned schoolyard jumping jack. So as you can see, her legs are being flexed, her abs are pulled in, her arms are being used, and this is a good warm-up exercise. I would do this for about 20 to 30 jumping jacks, or if you like to, you can go by time. You can go do a minute. Start 30 seconds. When your wind gets better, your cardiovascular conditioning gets better, you can extend that to another one. Thanks, Lex. Okay.
Yeah, that's an easy one, and anybody, everyone can do this, right? It's easy, and it's good for your heart, and it's right.
Yes. Now let's do some toe touches, and then she's going to get real disciplined, and she's going to be using her obliques and her serratus, a lot of the muscles, as well as keeping her legs nice and stiff and strong. She'll be using her lower back to pull herself up. Again, there's no weight bearing here. So again, if you can't make it all the way down, touch your knees. Just go down to your knees. That's all you got to do. So you don't need to always go down. As you get more range of motion, you'll be able to get down. Thanks, Les.
So this exercise is good for the stomach or legs?
Stomach, again, it's legs, because you're flexing your legs,
right,
and you're crossing over using your rotating of your stomach like that. So you notice she's going to be exercising and through here.
Okay.
And again, it's just a good warm-up for your joints, ligaments, and tendons.
Right.
Some of the folks out there are real stiff. So a lot of this stuff is just going to be just kind of warming your body up for the things that they become more difficult.
Exactly.
Okay?
So how many times? 15 times each, or it's just...
Well, no, like I mentioned, you probably want to, again, based on your conditioning, start with 3 sets of 15.
Okay.
As you get better, you can do a minute. Try a minute. Okay. As you get more healthier, just keep pushing yourself. Okay. You don't need to make it any more difficult. Just add a little bit more time or a few more reps. Your body will tell you when it's had enough. Okay? All right, now let's go to the floor. And the first ones we're going to do are some crunches. And we're going to do 2 different kind of crunches today. This is the old traditional crunch.
Okay.
Straight up. What she's doing is she's a small range of motion. She's not pulling her neck up. She's not using her neck. She's trying to keep her neck neutral. As you can see, she supports her neck.
So नाज़रीन, इसको गौर से और बड़े आप वो ध्यान से देखें कि वो नेक उसने होल्ड की हुई है और उसके बाद वो क्रंचेस कर रही है, ऊपर को हो रही है. तो this is good for Mr. Greg. This is good for the stomach muscle.
Yes, this is for your upper abdominal area. And again, start with 10. 3 sets of 10, if you can do that. If you can only do 1, do 10 sets of 1.
Okay.
If that's all you can do 1, rest, do 1, work your way up. As you get in better shape, it'll become easier. All this does.
So it helps the stomach muscle, because this is a big problem.
And the next one we're going to do is called a plank. And it also engages, it's a little more difficult, but it also engages the core, abdominal core. And what she's going to do is prop herself under her elbows, underneath her shoulders, in a straight line. and she's going to hold that position.
Okay.
That's all going to
Okay, just hold this position.
You don't move.
Okay.
We're going to shoot for a minute. She can probably do a minute, but the average person is going to be able to do 20 seconds, 30 seconds initially. But as their core gets stronger, they'll keep extending that out 5 more seconds.
So this is also for stomach?
This is all stomach. That's all it is. She's propped up, and she's probably shaking right about now. She's getting fatigued. Good. Thanks, Lex. Okay. We're going to do one while we're down here. We call it a Superman.
Okay.
All right. Now we all know how Superman flies. So she's going to demonstrate how you would do a proper Superman. Would you do that for us, Lex? The first part of this exercise is straight out and straight in.
So this is good for legs?
Yeah, well, legs,
and
bottom, everything. You know, like I said, again, she's going to bring her knee in, and then, all right, the next part of this is going to be, we're going to add a wrinkle to it, which is a little bit more difficult for some of you that are a little better shape.
Okay.
And now,
so
now she's going to, like Superman, think of flying. Superman's got and everything's nice and disciplined.
It looks like a great exercise.
It's real simple.
Right.
It's not weight bearing. It's not tough on your body. But again, it's a balance. It forces you to use your stomach. That's all stomach.
Right.
Because if she's not
it's
strong,
stomach, legs.
Exactly. She's flexing her legs when she goes
arms.
back.
Right.
But if her stomach is wobbly, she's going to fall off one hand.
Right.
She's going to tilt. Okay. Now from that position, we're going to demonstrate a push-up.
Okay.
We have our traditional push-ups from the feet, and we can't call them ladies push-ups anymore because that's not politically correct. So we'll just say it's an all-over.
But that's an easy one, or
yes,
is it a difficult one?
This is easy. This is the easy one because all she's got her knees on the floor, and she's going to just push herself up like that.
And this is good for?
Chest, triceps, all upper body.
All upper body, okay.
Put her hands right underneath her shoulders, and she's just going up and down.
Okay.
Now, Lex, you do 1 or 2 of the regular hard ones now. Now she's going to show how eventually how you want to move up off the floor.
Okay. Yeah, but this is really hard to do.
That's because all your body weight. It's all your body weight. Again, that's what we just want to show you how you can do those relatively simple. Demonstrate a donkey kick for us. This is really good for the gluteus maximus, which most guys, women and guys all have a problem for. She's going to take that leg and she's going to shoot it towards the ceiling. And what that does is engage her gluteus maximus, and it keeps it flexed. So that's a great shaper, toner, and again, it's something you can do each leg. You know, shoot for 5 or 10 each leg. You'll know when it's too difficult. Okay. Show us how you would jump.
Oh, really? I never knew that. Right.
That's a jump rope. That's a jump rope.
Right.
And you're going to get your heart elevated.
Right.
You're
you
going to burn calories.
Right.
And if you're not a good rope jumper, or you stop and starting every 2 times because you can't do it right, this you can actually do for 2 or 3 minutes. Your heart will get elevated.
That's a great idea. So how many minutes? 2 to 3 minutes.
Well,
you can
let's shoot for a minute. If you can do that a minute straight, you're going to find that 1 minute is going to have your heart pound a little bit. Now, what I'd like to do is demonstrate some things that you can make at home that are relatively simple to do. What we have over here, can you read that? Can you get that? This is called the slosh tube.
Okay.
And what it is a piece of PVC pipe from your local hardware store. A cap on each end. Okay. I've got about $3 invested in this. Okay. Inside it is water. Once you feel that, feel that, and there's water, which means
it looks empty, but it has water in it.
And it goes back and forth.
That's interesting.
Why don't you demonstrate a couple curls with it?
Okay.
Come on, just hold it like this, and just curl it up. Now
can I balance this?
Yes, you have to balance it. That's the key because the water. And this recruits your stomach.
Okay.
And recruits your stomach. And just curl it
up.
So
what? Okay, I have to balance it.
Okay.
Okay, I have to curl it up. Okay, that's easy. So how many pounds is this?
That's
what do you think?
About 14 pounds with the water in it.
Okay,
not bad. You could put wet sand.
Right.
You could make it hard if you want.
Right,
but for my wife, this is what she uses.
Right.
On your back there, we'll do some simple pressing, chest pressing with this.
Okay.
And all she's going to do is come down and touch her arms to the floor, to your mat.
Okay.
And she's going to get a balance. And that's all
she's going to do. And this is good for?
That's all chest, triceps, and deltoids.
Okay.
Your shoulder muscles, your chest muscles. As gravity takes over as we get older, we want to keep our upper chest muscles firm and hard. Okay. So, and she's just going, nothing fancy. She's going down slow, taking her time, and trying to keep it balanced as that weight shifts from side to side. Great job. Next. Now we're going to bring in an exercise ball. Everybody has them. You go buy them at the department stores and so forth. And these are some things you can do with a simple little ball. We're going to start with a basic crunch.
Okay.
All right. You want to support your shoulder girdle on the ball and not in your neck because we support it. So you notice her neck's not hanging.
Okay, so we have to do.
And as you notice, as she comes up, she pulls her stomach in. She wants to engage your belly button. So we want to think of pulling your belly button through your back.
Okay.
And that's going to be and if you can do 20 of those, start with 10, whatever you can do.
So this is again for the stomach.
Stomach.
Can you show some exercises for the arms and shoulders?
Yes, we're going to do that next. We want to.
Okay.
Now we can do exercises with those little weights over there. Lex is going to grab both the 5-pound weights and we'll grab some bands. And now what she's going to demonstrate is a curl with a step up. First she'll demonstrate a regular traditional curl.
Okay.
Now that's 5 pounds.
Okay, this is for the
that's
arms
our
and
biceps,
shoulders? Okay,
biceps and arms.
Okay.
And she's working that muscle right there. You could do that with 2 bottles of water. 2 liters of water.
Okay, they can
2
do
liters
that.
of water is 2 pounds each.
Okay.
So you don't have to buy weights. You could just demonstrate. Right now she'll do a front raise.
Okay.
That's for the front part of your
for
shoulder.
the front part, okay.
Lateral raise. That's the side shoulders.
Okay.
And that's probably the weakest part on most people's bodies or their shoulders. It's just not a lot of things in life that we do where we press overhead.
Right.
So you just don't get those muscles.
Right.
Everybody else picks up stuff and they have stronger muscles. The
Right.
shoulder muscles are usually the weakest on most people.
Okay.
Another way to, go ahead, set those down. And I'm going to grab a band. These bands are relatively inexpensive. You can find them in any department store. And you find the one. It's nice to have a selection of a couple, so you can make them difficult. As you get in better shape, you can make them more difficult. Okay, so Lex is going to demonstrate a band where you can do several exercises with the same band. She's going to do a lateral raise to a front raise.
Okay. This is good for the shoulders,
Shoulders.
and arms.
Now, and at that same movement, she can come down and turn it into a curl.
Okay.
There you go. So she can incorporate 2 or 3 exercises back to back with that simple little band.
Okay. So from where they can get this band?
Oh, these bands you can buy at any sporting goods store, online, wherever it's your favorite department store. They're relatively pretty popular
it's easy
now.
to buy it, easy to get access.
Okay, now let's try this one now. This is another band. This is a flat band. You can find these anywhere. These are, 99 cents. They come in different thicknesses, so for difficulty. And with this, she can do the same thing. She can do rows. She can do low rows. She can pull back and row it back. Now she's pulling it back. Now she's going to do what they call a low row for her back. And what she's doing.
So what is this?
She's hitting all her back muscles
the
now.
back
It's
muscle.
a low row. So she'll demonstrate from the side.
Okay, so this is a low. Okay, it's good for back because so many people are having back problems these days. So do you think that it's because of the loose stomach muscle that we are getting the back problem?
Well, it's a product of, yes. If your abdominal core is weak, then everything, your back has to jump in and help out on everything.
Okay.
If this is strong, you'll never have back problems. So we tell people, especially if you have a bad back or you're predisposed to a bad back, you've got to get the weight off. Can you imagine carrying 50, 60 pounds in the front all day and how your back feels at the end of that day?
And you have to do the stomach exercise to keep it fit, right?
You have to firm up. Yeah, you firm up your muscles. Okay. Now she's going to do another crossover.
This is also a back exercise?
Yes, but it's more the upper back.
Okay. So this is very easy. We can have something, something flexible and then do it with that one,
it's like I said, all these bands here are probably less than $6, $7. So, and you go to the thrift shops and all that, people they buy it thinking they were going to use it, and then they don't. You can buy most of it relatively cheap.
Okay.
Now we're going to do the kettlebell. That's a kettlebell. And they call them kettlebells because back in the old days, it came out of the inside of a bell.
5 pounds.
It was a big bell, and there was the inside ringer that rang the bell. When that came out, they started using it to exercise with it.
Really?
Since the name kettlebell from a kettle. And this is very simple. And she's going to demonstrate a couple, this is one of the best exercises. It affects your whole body.
Okay.
Go ahead, Lex. Now she's just going to simply touch 3 spots: front, at her feet, and then back, and that's going to be all. You can see she's stretching. She's stretching her back.
So which muscles are she's using? Which muscles?
You can see. Everything like that.
Okay.
Now do a swing. Let's do a kettlebell swing.
Okay.
And this is a whole body exercise.
Okay. Okay.
You may have seen people at the gym doing this and not knowing what they were doing and so forth. But what they're doing is, and they have weights from 10 pounds up to 90 pounds on
Right.
these.
Thank you so much, Alexis. Thank you so much, Mr. Greg.
Oh,
We
it was a
appreciate
pleasure.
your help, and
If-
thank you. We appreciate you coming over here in our program, Alexis. That's a big help. That's a great help. And Mr.
Remember,
Greg.
just start moving your body. Get up off the couch, walk to the end of the street, and get back safely. And if you do that every day, the weight will come off. And I'm certainly glad to be here and to be of help.
Thank you so much, Mr. Greg.
Sure.
That's an excellent message for the audience. And नाजरीन, मुझे उम्मीद है कि आपको ये पसंद आया होगा. मिस्टर ग्रेग ने इतना अच्छा कहा है, हम सबको बताया है कि कैसे हमने एक्सरसाइज करनी है. आपने देखा होगा एक्सरसाइज कैसे किया है. लेक्सस ने एक्सरसाइज और मिस्टर ग्रेग ने हमें इतना अच्छा डेमोन्स्ट्रेट करके बताया है. तो हमें देखें, इसमें से सब कुछ करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. थोड़ा थोड़ा आप ले लें, जो आपको इजी लगता है उसको आप करें, शुरू करें. जस्ट कीप योर, या थोड़ा सा आप वॉक करें, जिसे कहते हैं कि वॉक बहुत अच्छी एक्सरसाइज है. 15 मिनट्स 20 मिनट्स, क्योंकि हमें अपने आप को एनर्जी के लिए और हेल्दी लिविंग के लिए एक्सरसाइज इज़ अ मस्ट. ख़ासतौर पर आजकल के जब हमारे पास इतना ज़्यादा वो मीडिया, टीवी, टेलीविज़न, डीवी, हम सारा वक्त कंप्यूटर पे बैठे रहते हैं, हम सारा वक्त अपने सेल फोन्स पे बैठे रहते हैं. तो क्यों ना हम उठें, अपनी बॉडी को मूव करें, और जो कि हमारी सेहत के लिए भी अच्छा है. इससे हम बहुत सारी, जैसे कहते हैं हाइट, जैसे कि मिस्टर ग्रेग हमें बता रहे थे कि कोलेस्ट्रॉल की प्रॉब्लम, फिर हमारी डायबिटीज़ की प्रॉब्लम, फिर हार्ट प्रॉब्लम, उसके अलावा बहुत सारे आपने देखा ना कि एक ये भी, इस पे भी इंशाल्लाह मैं प्रोग्राम करूँगी. अगले कुछ प्रोग्रामों में हम इस चीज़ को भी टच करेंगे कि लोगों को डिप्रेशन क्यों हो रहा है. डिप्रेशन, आपको पता है उसमें सबसे पहले क्या कहा जाता है, डॉक्टर क्या कहता है कि जाओ बाहर ताज़ा हवा में वॉक करके आओ. तो एक्सरसाइज जो है वो बहुत सारी बीमारियों की, बहुत सारी जो प्रॉब्लम्स हैं हमारी, जो हम फिज़िकल और मेंटल प्रॉब्लम्स हैं उनको हल करता है, उनको कम करता है, उनको ख़त्म करती है. तो इसलिए हमें उठना है, हमें अच्छी डाइट की तरफ जाना है. हमें डाइट में भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो अभी हमने जिनको टच करना है, जिसमें कि ये जैसे जो हम खा रहे हैं, GMOs हैं, ऑर्गेनिक फूड नहीं है, हम खाने में क्या खा रहे हैं, हमें कुछ पता नहीं है, हम लेबल्स कैसे रीड करते हैं, ये सब कुछ हम आपके पास लेकर आएंगे इंशाल्लाह अपने अगले प्रोग्राम्स में. नाजरीन, इसके साथ ही अपनी होस्ट हनादी नदीम को इजाज़त दीजिए. ईमेल्स लिखना ना भूलिए, और मैं अप्रिशिएट करती हूँ जो ईमेल्स हमें मिली हैं, जो फीडबैक आपकी हमें मिली है. तो इंशाल्लाह आई विल बी वेटिंग फॉर योर ईमेल्स एंड योर फीडबैक. और इसके साथ ही अपनी होस्ट हनादी नदीम को इजाज़त दीजिए. हम आपसे मिलेंगे अगले हफ्ते एक नए प्रोग्राम के साथ.